Everybody got me? We're definitely disappointing today, without a doubt. I thought give up 21 points in the second quarter. We had 2 turnovers, and one on a sprint out, strip sack on a sprint out. They gave up a short field. Had other short fields that we put our defense in some very tough situations. They scored 21 points off of it. We couldn't flip the field. We just couldn't climb the hill. And we played a lot of freshmen today, which will benefit this program moving forward. Definitely good for the development, especially some extended playing time. But overall, obviously very disappointed in just our inability to get the ball in the end zone. But we'll come back in here Monday. We'll be recruiting on Sunday. Back in here on Monday with a team meeting and moving on to the 2019 season. So with that, I'll open it for questions. Well, I thought Connor did some good things. I thought he got the ball out of his hand. Hit some throws that were good to see. Obviously missed a few, but I thought that the more he played, he got more comfortable. He had a great ball up their sidelines to Jordan Jones, which I thought was a big time throw, and that was good to see. And I just think he has an opportunity. He played in 4 games, red shirt, as both he and John Stephen do, and I think it'll only benefit the program moving forward.
Let's talk about the difficulty of moving the ball. You had 8 tackles for losses, 5 sacks, 90 yards of losses. Just talk about how difficult it is to get something going with that kind of penetration.
Yeah, absolutely. I did not think we played well up front. We've got guys that have been in position in playing those positions all year long for the most part of 9 games, and just to be able to our inability to sustain some blocks was disappointing and put us behind the chains. Anytime you get put behind the chains like that, it's difficult. It's difficult on anybody, and that was no different today. They played a lot of man coverage, which we knew they were. And brought pressure on us, and when you get behind the sticks on early downs, it's really hard to stay on schedule. Well, I want to first of all say, to our seniors that that have been through so much in this program over the last 4, 5, and 6 years, and we thank them first of all, and they've been through a lot, and they've done some things in this program. They've done things in this program that maybe the outside doesn't see, but have definitely helped pave the way for what we're trying to build here and move forward in this program. It's about moving on now. It's the 2019 season. It's about recruiting. It's about developing the players that we do have, and it starts now. It starts today, and we've been recruiting at a very high level this season, and that'll continue. We'll be in homes on Sunday night and schools all day on Mondays through the next 3 solid weeks. And so that's our focus moving forward. We have a 7 a.m. team meeting on Monday and get ready to go.
Yeah, what do you think your first run through the SEC was? Rebuild, or whatever you want to call it here, a little more difficult than you might have imagined?
Well, I think I knew that this was the toughest league in college football, and it definitely did not disappoint. And I think it did exactly what I thought was going to happen. You've got to have depth, and you better have some speed, and that's been the area of emphasis for us, and has been since the day I walked in here. And you got to recruit to that. And you got to develop the players that you have. Well, we felt like that, with the number of defensive players that we had to add onto the roster, that was more of a roster move than anything. Is we needed to bring some more depth on the defensive side of the ball. No. We'll discuss all that moving forward next week.
Santos was the only starter in the secondary that he started, the majority of the season. The only one started every game, I think. How do you think Joe play and Montgomery? How do you think those young DBs play?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many freshmen we had. We played 15 freshmen today on the field, and anytime you can put them in a game situation and watch them develop, they're going to make mistakes. We made mistakes today, but those guys continue to battle and fight, and I was proud. I was proud of those guys. They had to step in some difficult times and difficult situations, and again, it's. No one wants to lose. Losing's not acceptable in this program, but as we move forward in this program, we've got to continue to develop these young men, and that's our number one focus right now. Well, he's an outstanding quarterback. I mean, there's a reason why everybody has him at the top of their draft board. He's very composed. He's very experienced, a veteran guy. You could see that today out there. Nothing really fazed him or rattled him. He gets into a rhythm. It's tough. It's difficult, and you put some guys on an island the way that they do their splits, and you've got to win some one-on-one matchups in space, and that's what this league is. That's what this game has turned into. It's about isolating people in space, and you got to win those matchups.
What's the plan with Connor with baseball? How he'll kind of split his time between baseball and strength football?
Yeah, we'll look at that. My focus was just getting through this, getting through today, and now that we're through today, we'll regroup next week, and we'll all have a chance to sit down and talk and go from there.
Is that something you and Dave Van Horn kind of work on?
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Do you anticipate Connor playing football, playing baseball?
Oh, absolutely, you bet. Yeah, he's going to play baseball, and that's we love guys that want to compete.
Coach, 2 weeks in a row you had plays on the goal line that they didn't see it the same way y'all did as far as the pick play or whatever. Did you see that play today? I know you had trouble last
Yeah, it was thrown quick. The flag was thrown quick, and so he obviously saw something.
You made a switch at center with the elbow. Was Ty just having trouble with the snaps or what weather? What prompted that?
Well, I think there was a combination of things that led to that decision, and it's just what we felt was best for us moving forward. Yeah, it was his knee, and obviously did not return. We'll reevaluate things earlier, I guess tonight and tomorrow.
Connor, he was obviously under a heavy pass rush, same deal, Mark. How do you think Connor handles those situations
Yeah.
where he's had games like Tulsa where everything worked pretty well, and he's had games like this where he's running for his life?
Well, I thought the ball jumped out of his hand. I thought he had a lot of zip on the ball. I thought he was composed. It was disappointing on some of the fourth downs that when we were trying to sprint him out, that we were getting run down from the backside. So that was disappointing, and it wasn't so much. I mean, he was trying to evade the rush by sprinting out, and we weren't being able to hold up on the backside of it, which was disappointing. I thought he did a good job sitting in there and trying to be as composed as possible, and pulled the ball down and run it on a big third down conversion. So that was good to see.
I know you love coaching football, but is there a part of you that's just glad this season's over? It's been so tough, ready to turn the page and move forward.
Well, Bob, I've been in this exact spot before, and I know what it looks like, and I know what it looks like moving forward, and I know what it takes to move this program forward. And no one likes to come in and end the way that we finished, especially when you walk into a locker room of a group of young men that football has been their life, and some of them will play their last down. That's difficult. That's difficult on anybody, but that's why we want to wish those guys the very best and move forward. And again, it's about recruiting and developing right now. Our class is strong right now, and it's extremely important. It's very vital to our program's success moving forward. No, it was his ankle.
Chad, how many player losses do you expect? Guys moving out.
Yeah, I don't know that. We'll evaluate all that in coming days. So.
Yeah, I know you got a good class coming in, but how hard is it? You talk about being in schools and you come off a good 10 season. How hard to sell is that when you're recruiting?
Well, you got to sell who you are, and you got to sell a vision, and you got to sell what's coming, and that's what we've been selling from the start when we started recruiting these young men. selling them an opportunity to come here and contribute early, and to play and make an impact the day you step on campus, and that does not change. That's been our mission, and that's been our message to these young men, and that won't change. These guys will be able to come in and impact this program and continue to establish what we're trying to put forth, and it'll happen the day they get on campus. We're anticipating quite a few mid-years, so they'll have an opportunity to come in here and play and contribute quickly.
Chad, do you have any message to the fans? This is not, they just been their worst season.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, their passion, as I've said many times this year, their passion that our fan base has, their love for the Hogs that they have, inspires us, inspires me. I promise you, their passion level and my tirelessly work ethic, as our staff's tireless work ethic, will match their passion level. And with that together, locking arms, no one, I said last year, regardless who the head coach was, 4-8 is unacceptable, 2-10 is unacceptable. But with their passion level and our work ethic and drivenness because of their passion, we're going to lock arms, and we're going to get this program going. We're moving in the right direction, and it may not seem like that right now, but we are.